Nothing about no Robin Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Do not bring that shit up at all. That shit is irritating.
I got
Just
you.
FYI.
I got you.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
water
about
there
to
for
whoop
you, by the way.
Lil Duval's ass for bringing that shit up the other day. All the shit I've been doing my 30-something years as a comedian. He want to bring that shit up. You know. Matter of fact, ask that question. I'm gonna talk about Lil Duval.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
First off, man, welcome, man. Music Headz Radio. We got a very special guest in the house.
Yes, make sure I get a hoodie.
I'm gonna make sure you get a hoodie. I don't have any more.
Okay,
but I'll make sure you get one.
Oh man, you got to make sure. That's a bad motherfucker. I like that.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry for cutting y'all off.
No, you good. We got a special guest in the house, revered as the king of underground comedy.
Yes.
They make you question, man, your parental upbringing, your childhood upbringing. The phrase "Who raised you," man.
Right.
We got TK Kirkland in the building, man.
Yeah, Who Raised You started because of the hoes I was dating.
Okay.
You know, I date bad bitches.
That's right.
But when we was out, I couldn't believe some of the things they would say or do. And I used to say to these young ladies, I said, "Who the fuck let you into the world unprepared?" Like it bothered me because they had no sophistication, no class, no character whatsoever. It was just a bad bitch. So I always teach men now to stop trying to get them popular hoes and get you a down-to-earth motherfucker female that work and take care of you. Because them popular women can't do nothing for you, yo.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you said that when you dated a long time ago. Is there any difference now?
No, it's worse. Yeah, because now I have zero tolerance. So my block game is cold. So if a woman irritate me quickly, I got you. I'm talking about one little thing. I'm blocking you because it's so easy for me to meet another woman. See, most men don't have it easy like me. It's easy for me to meet another female. You know? So when it's easy like that, it's sad to say you could dispose of a woman, but I just ain't got time. It's not because life's too short. See, life is too long. See, I'm going to be here a long time. So life is too long. I ain't got time for the bullshit.
See, somebody might call you misogynistic.
I don't care what they say. I like women. See, they need men like us who like women. We live in a world today, you know, they praise the transgenders, the other people. And there's nothing wrong with them. That's their thing. They got more rights than a real man. And one day, we keep going the way we're going, real people, real men are going to be on the island on like a tour at the aquarium. And you're going to get on a boat. And when they on the boat, it's going to be like real niggas over there. And people going to be taking pictures of real niggas. Because like, yo, they do really exist. You know what I'm saying? This is how fucked up this shit's going. So while I'm here breathing, I'm going to give the niggas the game. To be men, to stack your money before you start fucking, to treat women good once you find that right chick, you know? But until then, I tell men stay single, get your money right, get your dick wet here and there, but don't get no commitment because you get irritated when your money ain't right. And then you got a woman who is tongue wrestling with you all the time. Or she might find somebody or cheat on you. And see, most men want to beat the female up. But see, I don't believe in beating the female up. If you don't want to leave her, cheat back.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
Yeah. Andrew Tate, yeah, I sure do. What about him?
Well, you know, he just he was arrested for human trafficking.
Yes.
Not too long ago. It's crazy how quickly just the world will change on you just for having a perspective.
Well, I saw that, and with me, I think he's a publicity stunt guy. I think because he got arrested, and he was out of jail the very next day. That's confusing to me because when they arrest you on sex trafficking, you don't get out the very next day. At least, you know, I don't see that. You don't get out the very next day. So that was confusing to me. I don't know if it was publicity stunt or what. But what I do like about him is confidence. I don't listen to everything he says. Some things just don't make no damn sense because he talks too much. And I come from an era where when you talk too much, your words don't have weight. See, when you talk too much, your words don't have weight. But if you're silent and you're quiet when you do talk, people really listen to you. Old heads know what I'm talking about. You play this for anybody over 50, they'll say, that motherfucker telling the truth. You know, you don't talk a lot, you stay quiet. And one of the great things is the movie Goodfellas. When Joe Pesci was talking, he never raised his voice, dog. But you knew the tone of his voice that he was deadly.
Is it something I said that's funny?
Yeah, he's quiet and you understood what he meant. And I remember being in Rikers Island. It was crazy. Black Rob was up there when I was there. And I'm not saying I was the toughest dude. And I probably could have whooped a lot of niggas. And a lot of niggas probably could whoop my ass. But the way I carried myself held a lot of respect. You know how you be at the table with a group of men and some nigga was coming just being loud. Not towards us. It was just, his tone was just too high. I was like, yo, man, you got to calm that shit the fuck down over here. You know? I didn't know it meant anything. I was just really being who I am. Later that night, a couple of people came to my cell, and they was like, yo, we ain't never seen no shit like that before, because I never raised my voice. Even in my stand-up, I do the same way. You never see me yelling and screaming, and it stays the same energy the whole time.
I asked you about that just because, you know, some people believe like there's an attack on being a real man. You know, those traditional values. Mm-hmm. We look at Tory Lanez. We look at Meg Stallion and Kelsey Harris. That whole situation. Do you think that was the right verdict? Do you think things went well?
See, the thing about if we're not in the courtroom, we don't know what happened, fam. See, when you get bits and pieces out into the public, people are going to speculate, and because of what they hear based on their journey in life, they're going to come up with their own assumption. We wasn't in the courtroom. And then a couple of days later, they had a tape of him talking to the girl of what he was saying. And see, these young niggas still talking on phone. Now, there's a problem already talking on your phone at the house, and the feds got you tapped. But everybody know when you talk in jail, they recording the call. Man, it's crazy. And that man about to get 20-something years, yo. Had a good career, out here drinking and lose his mind, fucking different women, no structure. See, because like I tell people all the time, when you're young kids, you get money, you shouldn't even really be in a relationship. You don't want to get married and have a family, but it's really supposed to be the opposite. You want to travel the world, stay single, and then after you done fucked everything, you done had a good time, and you say, you know what, I'm tired. So now you start looking for a character in a woman who's going to bring something to the table, and not by her title, because some people go for, oh, she's a doctor, she's an attorney. But those are titles. When you hear a person say a woman's title before who she is, he's interested in the title. But in actuality, you should be interested in the character of the woman before the title, because doctors, attorneys could be assholes too.
You brought up court. You know, it's a lot of people kind of going through court situations right now. You got Young Thug, the whole YSL association. Taking a plea deal, is that considered snitching? Well,
if you look at all the documentaries, see, I come up in the era with the Gottis and the Bambino families and there in New York City. And you watch the documentary, all of them were snitches. See, we have this belief in our head that, oh, that nigga snitch. That's just a fairy tale in the streets. The United States government has paid out over $1 billion to informants. Again, it's just a fairy tale in the streets, y'all.
So if I'm involved, associated, do you think it's wise for me to take the fall for my man, or
that's a personal opinion? You got to weigh what you got on the table. Do you have a young kid, right? Do you have a future? Do you got money to the side, or you just when people say I'm gonna hold it down, I'm gonna hold it in, I don't know, no nigga want to be in prison 50 years, nigga. You know, everybody in this room, everybody watching this got a number. Everybody got a number. Motherfuckers 75 years, like, yo, can I talk to another room for a minute? You know, I ain't doing 75 years for nobody. That's why when I did do crime and all that, I always did shit by myself. Because I ain't gonna tell on me. You know, there's always somebody else that'll tell on you. So you gotta stay away from that. I saw the young kids taking the deals and all. I mean, it's common sense. We all know they take the deal. But you know what nobody talks about? Who's the motherfucker taking the videos of the people taking the deal? See, because there's no recording in the courtroom. And they let somebody's in there recording. And if they wouldn't have no cell phones, no recording, nobody would know this shit on the street. And I don't know, you've been to court before. High profile stuff like that, there is supposed to be no phone. So after the first one was televised, the judge should have made it mandatory when people come in there, the officers take everybody's phone.
I thought they used to draw, you know.
No, that's the reporters.
Okay.
This is an actual person. Someone is in there recording them snitching. Now this gets out in the street. That's horrible. Your business ain't never supposed to hit the street like that. It's supposed to be bits and pieces over time that you might be a snitch. Motherfuckers find out you snitching before you can get out of the court. So now you're going back to your cell and niggas talking shit to you. Oh, you a motherfucking snitch. It's crazy, yo.
50 years is a long time. 75 years is a long time.
Nigga, an hour. Is you crazy? That 1 hour is in. You ever been locked up?
Not
let me tell you
long.
something. If anybody been locked up, you know what the hardest part is? Processing. When you come in there and you ain't got a bed and the jailers are taking their time moving you around, and you go into jail and it's overcrowded, and you in one cell with 4 beds for 15 niggas. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Well, yes, I do, on my worst enemy. But it's a horrible situation.
The alternative is, you know, a loss of life. And in this year, 2022, we done lost a lot of people in our community, you know. Mm-hmm. If I just go through the list, you know, Takeoff from the Migos, Trouble, Lil Key, who was also associated with YSL.
Yes.
But even though we lost people who are older in age, DJ K Slade, Coolio.
Yeah. Biz Markie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like we're getting it from all sides.
Well, here's the thing about life, young man. People die. It's part of the contract of life. The thing you have to do in life is take care of your health, take care of your mental spirit, because you want to abide by your contract of life as much as you can. And the rules is health, take care of yourself, spirituality. People taking drugs, people not taking care of their health, people not exercising, people put all this type of stuff in their body. Now you're in the hospital, you got high blood pressure, you got diabetes, your dick don't work. It's a wrap. And you got to love yourself.
You tell young men all the time to control their emotions, to extend their life. Let me rewind that back. Let me ask that question the right way. One of your biggest pieces of advice is to control your emotions.
Yes.
Right now, I mean, is that just the key to everything? Like, when can you use your emotions? When is it your advantage to use your emotions?
When you're by yourself, I guess, or you go for a walk, sometimes you got to scream. But it's hard, though. Man, you know, because I travel a lot and I get in. My pain is minor shit to you. It's rich, RNS, rich nigga shit. I get irritated about going to the wrong airport. Or your driver who is lost, and even when he knew he was going with the GPS, the motherfucker still was making wrong turns. You know, shit like that is irritating. But you got to stay calm because I'm on a tight schedule, right? So I'm here with you guys, and now in 30 minutes I'll be on stage performing. 2 hours from there I'll be asleep. 4 hours from there, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. 2 hours from there, I'll be in Bermuda. It's rough, yo.
You got your year planned out for you.
Yeah. My next 20 years is planned out. I know exactly what I'm doing. Some people only look for the next week. I'm way down the line. So when I get to Bermuda, I'm going to swim, relax, get massages, and just really work out the way I really want to work out. Go hard, do 2 a days.
Do you have any predictions for this year? I mean, it's a lot. You got, Joe Biden still, I think he's coming up for re-election in a couple years. They're talking about locking Donald Trump up for maybe the rest of his life. Mm-hmm. Russia and Ukraine look like Ukraine actually might pull something out.
Right.
Do you have any predictions just for this year? What may happen?
Nah, I tell street niggas, man, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Fuck Biden, fuck Donald Trump, fuck Ukraine. Get your money, take care of your health, make sure you take care of your family, get a lot of pussy if you can, and enjoy life. Yes, you should vote. Yes, you should be knowledgeable, but this shit ain't our business. You know what I'm saying? It's good for conversation and politics, right? Yeah. I've been here a long time. Conversation ain't never helped Biden or the government make a decision on what they're going to do with Ukraine. The thing that most people of our status are complainers. So all we do is complain. Every motherfucking day we complain, and that's it. I tell people all the time, we ain't got time for it.
What advice do you have for 2023? Men, women, people, black people, America?
Stay out the way.
I'm with you on that one.
Stay out the way. Do what you're supposed to do. Stop going to clubs. Stop going to, there's nothing there. Go to the movies, go to the park, go to the aquariums, go to the zoos. When you walk into a club today, it's a 50-50 chance your ass might not make it out over some bullshit. And they just passed laws January 1st. Now you could carry a weapon. Everybody could carry a weapon without a gun permit, as long as you're not a felon. So you already know it's getting ready to go down. It's about to be the wild, wild west out this motherfucker. Everybody got to start saying, yes, no problem, let that person go. Because people going to start shooting like crazy. Because a lot of people don't have felonies. You can go buy a gun, fam. That's serious. Now, let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. If you're a felon, are you always a felon? Or does it stop?
I feel like it should expire.
I think so, too. But I got to look into that because I'm a felon.
Mm-hmm. I remember at one point you couldn't vote if you were a felon.
Yeah, I still think that still exists. I know I don't want a gun. I get mad. I'm shooting every motherfucker by it. Innocent people.
Do you go places where you feel like you may need one?
Yeah, but I don't go to places that I feel like I may need one. Everything I do is top-notch shit. I don't play. I was kind of nervous pumping around this motherfucker because I was rich. I was like, I was in know where you was walking. I was like, damn, something I did back in 1982. Them niggas got me and they're taking me down in the basement.
Damn, it ain't happening here.
No. I'm fucking with you.
People always bring up negative stuff, man. Just always try and bring up negative stuff about you, man.
Yes.
Like, people always talk about how you had an incident with Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy back in the day.
Right.
Why do they keep bringing that up about you?
I don't mind it. It is what it is. When you go through life and you've done something, it's always going to follow you. It's nothing. When Little Duval put that up on his page the other day, it's only because Vlad, who did something that I thought was a solid. John Sally, who is a friend of mine, had told Vlad that he's the one that took me up to Eddie Murphy's house the day that Eddie Murphy's watch his Charlie Murphy watch got taken. And when Vlad told me, I said, I didn't even know motherfucking John Sully at the time. So I made sure Vlad knew that. But Vlad is a motherfucker that'll put you on the spot. So when John was there, he said, hey, TK says so. I don't know what part of the world I was in, but he called me on the phone. I'm driving with my kids in the car. And I explained to John, I said, no, I didn't know that happened in 1982. I didn't meet you till 88, 89. When you put that on social media, it's so many uneducated people in the world. They wasn't understanding. I didn't know him in 82. Somebody had said one time, yo, he wasn't talking about 82, he talking about 1989. And I started blocking people because I didn't want to explain shit because, you know, I'm successful now, I'm doing my thing, and it's part of my life. And this to any young man or woman. Always embrace what you did. So when someone says something about your past, don't get mad. Don't yell out, fuck you, nigga. Nah. Like, yeah, nigga. Like, I don't know if you saw my timeline. Somebody brought it. I said, yeah, nigga, I did it. Now what? Like, nigga, I did it. What the fuck, nigga? I'm going to tell you straight up, I did it. You know? Now, as a man, I'm embarrassed that that's part of my history. But everybody on this planet got something that they would be embarrassed about. I'd rather have a watch. Some niggas is pedophiles. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas is rapists. So to have that and try to condemn me, I'm laughing at you because, you know, I'm doing my thing. And two, you got to get to motherfucking to your 60s.
That part. I
made it. I'll be back in a year. Okay. God willing. And we'll do another interview, you know, because you're a brother. And I want to make sure that you win. And I always give young black men game on how to better themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because you want other people like me to come through here. You know, that's your goal. Your goal is like, yo, we had TK Kirkland. We had such and such. We had such and such. That's what you want.
I mean, well, even more so, man, like you have a history, a rich history. Like you tour with NWA.
NWA, Jay-Z, The Whispers, Frankie Beverly and Maze, Nelly before he blew up, Baby, the Cash Money Millionaires, Luke, JT Bunny, Ludacris.
You was in movies with Master P?
No, never did Master P.
Okay.
Just Baller Blocking with Baby and them. And we about to do Baller Blocker too. So it's me, NBA Youngboy, Nicki Minaj, Drake is in it. It's gonna be. I'm looking forward to that one. That's just gonna be fine. I'm about to pull something off big too. It's gonna be a breakthrough for my legacy, so I'm excited about it. So hopefully next year when I come see you, we'll be talking about that. You know, some boss shit to change the game.
Yeah. Last question: when these young artists that reach out to you, do they know who you are? Or is it just somebody from the camp like, nah, you need to talk to TK?
People reach out to me and they want my help. And that was my thing back in the day. Putting people on, really helping them. But I'm in my 60s now. I'm kind of burnt out. And it's because I love my children. They really take all my energy. So with all this flying and got to work out, got to get up 2 o'clock in the morning to book my airline tickets, to look at stock markets, to do my investing. To talk to my woman or women. It all depends on what time of the year it is, right? You got to give everybody some time. And it's really rough, yo. You got to really know how to balance this shit the fuck out. And I'm just running it, you know? I'm running this shit to the wheels fall off. And life's amazing. And I love that I have inspired a lot of young men and women around the world. Like, that's not America. When I'm in London, when I'm in different parts of the world, and people start screaming like I'm Michael Jackson. And it's not even about the stand-up. It's about being a real man doing interviews. And I'm so glad that my life changed doing the Breakfast Club 6-7 years ago. Because my son asked me to do it. And I had knew Charlemagne when he was on the Wendy Williams show. He was like the sidekick. And my son was like, Dad, you should do on the Breakfast Club. It's like, Charlemagne the guy? I knew them when they was kids. Like, I ain't doing that kid show. And I wound up doing that show. And before I got downstairs, Vlad had called me. And Vlad said, yo, do you want to do Vlad? I didn't know who he was. But at that time, I was doing everybody's show. And Vlad snatched me up. And my numbers got to be so huge that I'm one of his top money goers on Vlad TV. So it's me and Bootsy. You know, you see other people every now and then, but me and Bootsy is on. Bootsy on there more than me, but me and Bootsy is on there the most.
Have you ever talked to like Bootsy? Like, have you?
Yeah, I just saw Bootsy maybe a month ago. We was all at Roof Chris. He had a young lady with him. I had a bad bitch breathing on me. We was doing our thing, you know, steaks and shit, champagne. You know, we was doing it right.
Man, once again, I ain't trying to rush you. I know you're a busy man.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you 2 more. Let's rock it.
Man, look, for somebody that's at zero, how do they get started from zero?
Life, you know, there's no crystal ball of life. There's so many variables in life, you know. Some is your DNA from your parents. Some is your upbringing. Some is the where you live at in your environment. Sometimes you gotta want it bad. There's no secret. Some people get blessed and then lose it all when they get it. Elon Musk lost $200 billion last year. Kanye West lost $6 billion. You understand? So you can't be greedy in life, you know. I always tell people, the richer you become, you live beneath your means. See, some people get rich and they want to buy the big house. They want to buy the Rolls Royce, right? But you're going to be stuck in traffic like everybody else, right? And no matter how big your house is, the match is going to be the same size, no matter what size house you're in. No matter what size house you're in, it's going to be the same size. So, it's a personal thing. If you want it, you got to find a way. Bottom line.
Straight up.
Bottom line.
TK, man, we appreciate you for joining us, man.
Oh, man, it's been a pleasure.
We can't wait for you to come back.
Yeah, you got I swear to God, if I'm breathing and I'm healthy, which I should be, we'll be right back in here. And I'm taking them 2 bottles with me. I just need y'all to sign it, though. I need you to autograph it.
They're yours, and I make sure you get a hoodie, man.
Yeah. Autograph it for me because I don't drink.
Okay.
But when I travel the world and people give me a bottle, I make sure to sign it. And I'm shout out to Drink Champs. They had about a fucking 200-ounce Moet bottle on the table when I did the interview. And they didn't want to give it to nobody. I got that motherfucker. And I had everybody in the studio sign that shit still in my house to this day. But, yeah, I need y'all to sign it because I really appreciate it.
That whiskey bottle right there, the one that's original Urban whiskey, that was made by a black man and his wife.
Wow. See, I like stuff like that.
Yeah, they're one of our sponsors, so that's yours. You know what? Take both of them if you...
Yes.
Yours, we'll sign them.
I swear to God. But like I said, we got to get a marker and you got to sign it.
We got
That's
you.
all I ask.
Got you.
All right? I wish you the best, family.
Thank you. You too.
All right? You're a nice kid. I want you to see you married. Yeah. You know, I know you probably telling your wife all day, TK Kirkland.
She don't understand.
Yeah, she gonna fuck you good
I was
tonight.
hey, man.
You know, like TK was in the building, baby.
Oh, cool.
Achievements. See, this is a good sign for the rest of your year.
I said that. I said this is a tone setter.
Yes.
2023.
You should feel good about it, yo. Everybody can't get me. You're the first person other than Vlad to get me for the new year. So that's good because I'm going to do a lot of interviews this year. So everybody know. You know, normally I only rock with Vlad, but this year I want to do a lot of interviews. A lot. All right. Yeah, it's time for me to go now.
Well, we're going to be looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you, family.
Thank you.
Oh, you're a driver.